Hi you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I'm here with another weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and wellness. And for the new year, we're going to be talking about what your body will look like or how it will change when you have a healthier home environment. So our homes really play a huge role in our overall health and wellness. This is something we talk about every week in some way or another. And this week, I thought it would be fun to go over how your body is going to change once you start reducing toxins from your space. So our bodies will get very burdened down, and there are just a slew of symptoms that start to show up when we are suffering from body burden, and specifically body burden that takes place in our homes. We're surrounded by toxins all day, and if we have a home that is also very toxic, our bodies never get that chance to really heal. And once your body does start to heal and naturally detoxifies, you're going to see some really great improvements to your overall health and wellness. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to go through some slides for the next 10 to 15 minutes, and we're going to really talk about the positive impact of a healthy home environment. So a healthy home truly is like our third skin. In a way, it protects and creates a building ground for a really healthy body. And I can't tell you enough just how much I see healthy homes help with all kinds of problems that have become normalized in the past years. The health benefits of a healthy home come down to not only what we bring in, but also what we remove from our homes. And the icing on the cake is the healthy habits that you create around keeping your space healthy. A healthy home is more than just a space that you return to at the end of the day. Instead, it truly can be an environment that protects your physical well-being, restores your systems to a natural state, along with so many other health benefits. It's why I think everyone deserves a healthy home in order to feel the health benefits themselves. But the problem is creating a healthy home environment and implementing healthy habits around your home base is something many of us really aren't taught or never were taught. There's just not enough education around toxins in our space, and actually it's quite the opposite. There's a whole demographic of individuals who believe that toxins have no concerns or effects on our bodies, and actually think that it's comical that some of us care at all about toxins and a low toxin environment. And while I think this can be so frustrating when it comes from a family member or a friend, I do think that gentle education on what we're doing to be healthier will eventually fall on receptive ears. Together, I think we can continue to help and change the future of our society and stand for what matters, which is our health and our family's wellness. So before we can talk about the major health benefits of what a healthy house can do to your body, I think it's critical to understand what our bodies can look like when they're burdened by the constant exposure to toxins in our homes. Without healthy habits like improving indoor air quality on a daily basis or reducing toxic dust regularly, our spaces can become unhealthy very quickly. And so much depends upon our daily habits in order to create a healthier space. When toxins are present in our homes and we do nothing to reduce them, our body can become burdened and overloaded. So a simple analogy is a cup of water. So a cup of water, like what I'm showing you here, can only hold so much in terms of volume. There's a maximum volume that can be poured in. But what happens when the water just keeps getting poured into the cup? Well, it overflows and it creates a mess. And in some cases, truly a disaster. Our bodies are much the same in this sense. They can only get rid of toxins so fast. So our detoxing systems, like our kidneys and liver, can only work so much before they can't keep up with the amount of toxins that we've been exposed to. Another way to think of this is in terms of, say, like exercise and calories. If you burn more calories than you consume, you'll likely lose weight on the scale. If you consume more calories than you end up burning for one day, you probably won't notice anything. But if you continue this behavior on a constant and daily basis, eventually you might put on some weight. So a burdened body that can't keep up with getting rid of toxins before more enter the bloodstream can begin to suffer from a multitude of things. It looks like fatigue, brain fog, insomnia, anxiety, metabolic disorders, mood disorders, headaches, cognitive difficulties, behavior disorders, and even an increased risk of cancer due to all of these other things that are going on. And this can be in adults and children. So I always have good news for you, and I'm here to share that. There are major health benefits that you'll get from a healthy home and healthy habits that you implement within your home. Our homes can become the spot where we can truly restore and our bodies can naturally detox all of the toxins that we've been coming into contact with fully in our own space. So let's take a look at all of these health benefits. A healthier liver is benefit number one, and liver disease is a major risk factor worldwide. The liver is responsible for removing so many toxins from our bodies, including the environmental toxins that we come in contact with. A study from 2021, so not that long ago, actually shows that environmental toxins are a risk factor for liver disease. And it also showed that we may be able to reduce liver disease with a healthier home environment. So the environment that we spend the most time in is important to our body in a variety of ways, but essentially the easier we make it on our liver, the more efficiently it works and the less it becomes overworked, which can lead to disease. The liver is such an important part of our body's overall health and wellness because it reduces the toxins we come in contact with every day and protects our other systems from overload. But the harder the liver has to work, the less healthy it becomes over time. And so it's important to take any step that you can through healthy habits to reduce that stress on the liver and ultimately the whole body. Benefit number two is just less stress. So we all probably know the irritating effects of short-term stress. It leaves you feeling really less than ideal, but not all of us know the health issues that can come with chronic stress. A home that is unhealthy actually leads to a myriad of health effects triggered by stress. So this is especially true of children. There was a study published that shows that the physical environment of the home and how healthy it is caused health effects in children such as immune system dysregulation, higher inflammation, increased risk of obesity, and abilities to cope with stress in the future. Inflammation has been linked with depression, cardiovascular risk factors, and ultimately adult inflammation that is chronic, and that all causes stress on the body. There was another study that showed the stress that toxins put on our body can ultimately wreak havoc on our circadian clocks and our cardiovascular system. And on the other hand, when stress is reduced, our bodies can actually naturally detox even better, meaning that the cycle of body detox gets stronger and stronger in a healthier environment. Benefit number three is complete endocrine function. So the endocrine system is becoming a huge focus of our health and wellness. And that's because it is such a complex system that ultimately affects so many other systems within our body. Our hormones control our sleep, our fertility, our thyroid, and metabolic function, and so much more. The endocrine system is fine-tuned to your body and to my body, and my needs and your needs. But when it becomes disrupted through toxin exposure, it trickles down into all kinds of health effects. One of the biggest and scariest effects of endocrine disruptors has been an increased risk of different types of cancers, including breast cancer. But again, on the opposite end, when the endocrine system is functioning properly, it means that immunity response is high. The metabolism functions at an optimal level. Children don't have an increased risk of ADHD or developmental delays, and the reproductive system is functioning properly. So the fourth benefit is better sleep, and great sleep is actually necessary for our brain to flush out toxins that we're exposed to during the day. But with an overwhelming amount of exposure, our brains can also have trouble settling into sleep and staying asleep. So this health benefit and healthy habit are kind of like a two-parter. For starters, the more toxins we come in contact with, the more disruption is caused to our hormones. And yes, the ones that regulate our sleep can become affected too. When our body's ability to fall asleep and stay asleep for a healthy length of time becomes affected, our body actually doesn't reduce toxins as quickly as it needs to each night. So this in turn can lead to toxin buildup in the body, and particularly the brain, where neurotoxins tend to build up. So the more sleep we get, the better our body can reduce toxins. But in order to get that good sleep that we're talking about, we need to reduce toxin exposures that disrupt the endocrine system and mold within our spaces. Mold toxicity is often an overlooked common cause of sleep issues, but it actually is a big one. So by eliminating toxins, including mold, that you come in contact with, you'll actually reap the benefits of a healthy and restorative night of sleep. And the last benefit is fewer illnesses. So the fact is that our immune system is an intricate part of our health and wellness, and it plays a role in the way that our body responds to just about everything it comes in contact with, from bacteria to viruses to toxins in our food. Our bodies have to handle and deal with each and everything. And the more our bodies are focused on protecting itself from toxins, the less it's able to fight off all the viruses and bacteria that we come in contact with. We have to give our bodies the tools it needs to be able to stay healthy instead of suffering all the symptoms of each cold and flu virus we meet. And this benefit is what I like to think of as a trickle-down advantage. If a toxin-free home has the health benefit of improving the quality of our sleep, then with improved sleep comes fewer illnesses because we're giving our body the rest it needs. The same is true if we have less stress on our bodies. It just functions at a higher level. And so sometimes all it takes are small but powerful changes to really improve the health of your home. And ultimately, that is going to improve your health and wellness too. You guys, I'm so thankful and grateful that you are here with me and you are ready to jump in and create a healthier home environment for yourself. I hope that you start to see some of these changes that your body will make once it can unburden itself and really detoxify the chemicals and toxins that you come into contact with every day. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I'm here every week with another healthy house tip or information on how to create a healthier space. So I will be here again next week with another tip on creating an indoor space that really supports your health and wellness.